Hello, I thought I'd review Last Christmas 2019. It's one of my favourite Christmas films. I mentioned a few other Christmas films when I reviewed Genie recently. The reason it's called Last Christmas is because it features many songs by George Michael, including Last Christmas, which has made it to number one this year, which is great. Well done, George Michael. Posthumously reached number one. Emilia Clarke plays Kate. Her life's a bit of a mess. She's working in a Christmas shop with a woman called Santa who loves Christmas so much she's adopted that name. She's played by Michelle Yeoh, and then we have Emma Thompson playing Petra, Kate's mother. Marta, played by Lydia Leonard. Now Kate, we don't know that much about her life apart from that in the 90s she lived in the former Yugoslavia. I'm wondering, because it opens in 1999, that's when the war in Kosovo happened. I guess that's perhaps where it was filmed, because otherwise perhaps it's a bit of a goof if they're talking about the earlier war, the early 90s, 1992, 1995, horrendous war in many of the now independent countries like Bosnia, Herzegovina, Serbia, Macedonia, and her family moved to Britain. Now, Kate is living quite a chaotic life. I don't think she's mean, but she's going through relationships, one-night stands. She's falling out with people left, right and centre, mainly because she's chaotic and upset in some deep way. And then she meets a young man when she's working in the shop, Tom. Henry Golding. He's a really sweet guy, and he comes into Santa's shop and Kate falls for him. He really woos her, takes her ice skating, takes her on various dates. They do some illicit things. The ice skating ring's not open, but she gets the chance to practice. She wants to get another job. She's trying to get auditions, but she turns up late. She's very forgetful. She finds out that Tom works at this homeless shelter and she turns up. She actually helps out there at one point, but she is trying to uncover the more mysterious side of Tom. That gets revealed later in the film. I think it's quite a deep and emotional moment. Something I was starting to guess towards the end of the film might be a possibility, but I still loved how it was done. I really like Covent Garden at Christmas. One thing that Tom keeps saying to Kate is, look up, observe, look around. There's so much history, there's so many little facets and trinkets and things to observe while you're in London. Look at it and enjoy it. Enjoy every moment. There's a Christmas concert at the end, a charity thing for homeless people. Homelessness is quite a central message, and it's really important to be aware that not everyone is fortunate enough to enjoy Christmas. So many people are completely roofless. They live on the street. Then there's many people also struggling, living in bed and breakfasts, having such an awful time. Please give a thought to supporting charities like Shelter and Crisis. There's charities to support particular groups, LGBTQIA plus charities. I've known so many LGBTQ people who have hit hard times, who've not had the acceptance from their family when they've come out. There's many reasons why people end up homeless. Families break up, people split up, there's domestic violence, there's huge amount of violence where someone's fleeing, most often women escaping violence from men. Sometimes it's the other way around. There's so many different reasons, and many people end up in hostels, shelters, safe homes. That's one of the central messages in this film, appreciating what you have. It's gratitude. It's back to vitamin G. It's also generosity, which came up in my last review. Vitamin G1 and G2. There's so much racism and xenophobia there has been since Brexit. It goes up and down, but there's a central message about that as well, about welcoming other people, especially people who are fleeing wars. And there have been so many wars. Many politicians, unfortunately, have anti-migrant rhetoric. And yet we need people in this country. We've got a very low birth rate. We need to be welcoming and caring and valuing people for all the skills that they have. They have many skills that we don't. That message of diversity, many messages keep coming up time and time again. I love this film. I really like Emma Thompson. All the stars are great in this film. I love the script. Could be considered a bit schmaltzy, but I loved it in the same way as I like Love Actually. I'm going to score it 9.5 out of 10. It's one of my favourites. When it came out in the cinema in 2019, I watched it 4 times over. Let me know what you think if you've seen this film. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.